I'm Sarah from Lucky Silver Linings, and I help women overcome fertility problems naturally so that they can conceive their miracle baby through love, joy, and happiness. So I offer a one-of-a-kind approach that actually combines psychology and the science of your mind with a very powerful energy healing modality called theta healing. The idea of using these techniques actually helps you superpower your mind so that you can reboot your fertility whilst being divinely guided by your soul. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the survival instinct and how this can actually impact your fertility. So for billions of years, we've had a survival instinct called the fight or flight response. This survival instinct has kept us safe. And when we were living in caves and we saw a saber-toothed tiger, we would have to fight or flight in order to survive. Now, the problem with modern day society is we can't always fight or flight. So for example, if you have a really difficult boss, you can't always fight the boss and you can't always run away from the boss. So we actually get stuck in that loop of stress and anxiety, and we can't process that instinct. So when I was on my fertility journey, I experienced a lot of stress and anxiety. I went through a roller coaster of emotions, thinking that I would never be able to have my baby. I cried most mornings, and I worried about not being able to become the mum that I desperately wanted to become. And these emotions started to spiral and spiral and spiral. And there was different things that triggered these emotions. For example, I had a fear of childbirth, and I actually thought that if I experienced childbirth, that I would die in childbirth and it would be really painful and traumatic. And that would trigger the anxiety of what if I did get pregnant and I had to go through that. I had a really big fear of miscarriage, that I was so scared that I would lose the baby if I was able to conceive the baby, and that the baby wouldn't make it to full term. And that caused a lot of stress and anxiety on my fertility journey. I also had this urgency to actually conceive my baby because I felt like I was running out of time. I felt like my body clock had run out and that I had left it too late to be able to have my miracle baby. So I had that urgency, and as I got test results back that weren't what I hoped they would be, it would automatically trigger that stress and that anxiety, and I would go down that loop again and again and again. And as you're on this fertility journey, I'm sure you understand what it feels like to have that stress and anxiety and that pressure constantly surrounding you and constantly clouding your everyday experience. So why is this important to fertility? Because these triggers can actually register in your mind as danger, and that can trigger the flight and fight response, which actually enhances and increases your adrenaline levels so that you're on high alert looking for more danger. And the problem with this is when that flight and fight response is triggered in your fertility journey, your body will do whatever it can to prevent you from conceiving your baby. Because if there's danger, if you're on high alert, if you have to fight or flight to survive, it doesn't benefit you to be pregnant because you won't be able to fight or flight. It doesn't benefit you to be pregnant because your mind believes that you won't survive the danger if you can't fight or flight. So the most important thing in fertility is to actually break that cycle, to break that cycle of stress and anxiety and emotional turmoil so that you can actually release that instinct. I'm going to guide you through a very powerful technique that will help you bridge the gap between that stress and anxiety so that you can actually get to a place of love, joy, and happiness. This technique has been the most effective for all my clients, and it's something that you can use today to be able to break that cycle. And the more you listen to the meditation and the more you take actions that I'm going to be sharing with you, the more you'll be able to break that cycle so that you can conceive your baby through love, joy, and happiness. I really hope that you enjoy this meditation, and if you have any questions or you'd like one-to-one support, I invite you to contact me on www.luckysilverlinings.co.uk. I would love to support you in your journey. Bye for now.